What is going down, ladies and gentlemen? This is Mike from the Bookies podcast. I am here with Mark and Sean for another week of colliding the worlds of sports and comics. First of all, wait, hold on. This is episode 114. Welcome in. Come in and, oh man. We are live on YouTube and Twitch right now. Come in, chat, give us a question, give us a comment, but share that stream nonetheless. This week in sports, we have NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, NASCAR is in Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600, and we have a little Mexican League soccer final this weekend to talk about. And over in comics, plenty of books. All three of us got huge stacks this week. We'll talk about it, and plenty in entertainment news. Strap in for another episode of the Comic Bookies podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's roll, fellas. All right.
Very
a couple
nice.
hiccups in the beginning, but
you're fine.
Welcome in, folks, to episode 114.
Let's go. There's actually been some good games in these NBA playoffs so far.
NHL's cool too.
NHL's been
St.
good
Louis
too.
Got swept. Shoot, if Vegas won today, then they'd be.
They lost today, right? They're up 3-2.
Yeah, they're up 3-2, but I don't know if they lost to Minnesota.
They did lose 3-0, so it's 3-3.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Tampa won the series versus Florida. Islanders over Prix. Damn.
Freaking Joe Thornton scored yesterday for Toronto. Like, oh my God, it's such a knife in the heart.
Big Joe, and they're up 3-1 too.
Yeah.
Big Joe, man.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go back live to the episode in 3, 2, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Comic Bookies podcast. Like every single week, we are brought to you by Treasure Island Comics in Fremont, California. Today, Wednesday, May 26th, 2021 is New Comic Book Day. Go and see Alex. He'll get you a pull list going to start or to continue your comic book addiction. Fellows, we had a great interview with Jason Douglas from Source Point Press. Again, everyone go follow him at JDouglasWrites, and please go pick up a copy of his book Parallel. But Mark and Sean, it's so good to see your faces. We have another week. Dude, more sports, more comics. I love it. This is not going to end. And here we go, fellas. What's up? How you guys doing?
Is it episode 114 already, man?
Dude, 114.
This is crazy. Everything is good, though, bro. As always, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We are almost there. 3-day weekend coming up, so this week could definitely not end any sooner, I'm sure, for all of us. Hopefully you guys are doing good, man. Mike, Mark, what's going on, fellas?
Doing good, guys. 114, here we are, celebrating. Not really a milestone, but getting closer to 120. Excited to be here. Got some games going on right now live. Got a couple news. I got a huge stack this week, guys. Man, if you guys can see a couple here, if you guys, I don't know if you guys zoom in or whatnot, but I got a couple good books we're going to talk about later. I'm excited, man. These days are getting longer. These Cali sunsets. I just need the wind to kind of die down around here off the coast because these winds have been crazy around here, man.
It is not fun, dude. And like especially
today was okay, but it's been crazy.
Yeah, like all of last week was insane. Like I thought I was
combination is going to be hitting us though hard, bro. Like drought and wind.
I know.
Anytime now, bro. Just get ready for the fires.
Well, they already had the preventative ones going on today on the side of the freeway, so of course it increased my traffic by about 20 minutes. But you could see how they have a line, and the firefighters are out there trying to just burn off some extra stuff to prevent the big fires. But yeah, it's
burn off some extra stuff, huh?
Yeah, I know,
California,
right?
huh?
I don't know, some of that good Cali stuff.
Already getting started.
But I mean,
some of that good.
I will say though, those longer days, it's hard to put the kids down because they're like, "Excuse me, it's still daytime, Dad." It's not dark yet, so that's pretty tough. But I will make an announcement next week. We will be talking about it. But this week, I can announce that the Comic Bookies, myself, Mark, and Sean will be in wine country next Sunday in Sonoma. For the Toyota Save Mart 350, we'll be going, we're going to put together a nice big YouTube video to kind of document the day. Of course, when we're tailgating, we're going to go live for a little bit. We may even go live a little bit while we're, at the race as well. I'm hell of excited for that, guys.
How can we not be, bro?
About damn time we get to go to a damn game.
I just got a question though. If we take Ghost, the Tesla, to the NASCAR race, is that how many laps are we gonna get? Because I know the whole NASCAR.
Dude, I thought that, bro. I was like, we can't take the Tesla. People were like,
You might just take somebody else's.
Yeah.
but I mean,
You're-
but you're not driving the Tesla to like Charlotte or like Talladega or Daytona. You're driving it to Sonoma. Like we're still in Cali. This is like the Northern California one too. So you know what? I'm pretty sure you're not going to be the only Tesla if that's what we take.
All right, I think we'll survive it. I remember we took the Mazda last time we went, my old car, and I remember like the battery went out or something like that. And we were, you remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. I remember how long it took to get out of the damn parking lot.
We were watching the
Jesus.
World Cup games tailgating.
Yeah, that's right. It was a parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, geez, people start selling beers out the, you know, dude, it's like you might as, I think Alex just parked his car for like, it took us damn near almost 3 hours, I think, to get out of there. Alex was just like, whatever. I just parked my car. We just drank some beers. It's like, there's no point.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I know.
That's when I think that you need to take the hog out to good old wine country out there, man. You just fist in the wind, get out there on the hog. You ain't no damn traffic.
Give a sidecar.
But
how
it
it's
is a
gonna
lot
be,
of
though,
fun lanes
especially
out there.
If it isn't full capacity, we'll see how it should be. I mean, it'll probably still take some time, but we'll see.
Nonetheless, guys, I am very, very excited. You will see me in my 22 gear. Let us know in the comments. Is anybody going to be joining us? Has anybody even been to a damn race this year? We got Sonoma coming up. We got Charlotte this week. We're going to talk about that later, but let us know because I'm damn excited. I don't know how long it's been, 2 to 3 years, I think, since I've been to a race. So I'm excited. I wish it was an oval.
Was Sonoma the last one you went to?
Yeah, it had to have been.
Yeah,
And before that, it must have been Fontana with you guys in 2017, I think. But yeah, it's been a while. I probably did Sonoma with you guys in 18, I'm thinking. So it's probably been about 3 years since I've been out to a race. But I got to hear those engines roar. I got to go check out the car before they change it to the next gen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's going to be fun. But we'll get into NASCAR a little bit later. But I'm excited to be back with you guys. Like I said, episode 114. Let's get it cracking, brothers.
Yeah, dude. So we've got 2 different playoffs like every year. So coronavirus doesn't take this away. It's still the NHL, still the NBA playoffs going on at the same time. Which one do you guys want to hit? Because both are pretty entertaining, actually. I've actually watched a little bit of basketball, and I've watched actually a lot of hockey. So you know what? Let's hit some NHL first. So
You? Basketball?
just a little bit,
No.
like last night. I watched a little bit of the Lakers. I watched a little bit of the Lakers Suns game. You know the flopalicious Lakers. And what other game did I watch? I was watching some of
The Nutcrackers?
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Nutcrackers?
I watched about 2 free throws, 2 Blake Griffin free throws from the Nets and Celtics, and I was like, nah,
That's all it needs to be watched.
I'm done
man.
with
It's
that.
just
I'm
been-
done with
Nets
this.
are doing, the Nets look like they're doing things, guys.
Clippers
yeah.
are down 0-2. Like,
That's crazy.
freaking watch out.
That's entertaining, right there.
So I'm gonna ask you,
That's
Sean. Like
entertaining.
you're the resident. Like you're probably the one who because you play fantasy. You're more the basketball guy. So what has surprised you so far in these NBA playoffs, and what has been your favorite moment, I guess, so far? I mean, I know it's first week, but what can you say about the playoffs so far?
The Phoenix didn't get swept. I mean, of course, the Lakers won the second game. LeBron has never gone down 2-0 in an opening round in his career, but Phoenix did at least get one. Phoenix stole one at home in a weird way, but I guess it was good they got one. See, they could still win on the road, but the Lakers are when they want and they're flopping and all that crap. They're still looking like a superior team. What Mark said, New Jersey. Mike, all you have to do is watch 2 free throws because they're probably going to sweep Boston. Boston's hurt. They're
New
just
Jersey.
Not. Or God, Brooklyn. Jesus, I'm still in the New Jersey days, bro.
New Jersey?
Kid and all that.
We're
But
Seth Everett for that
Brooklyn.
one, man.
Brooklyn's looking like definitely the front runner right now in the East, probably. What you mentioned, man, the Clippers and Mavericks. 2 games at home in L.A. We're going to be the kings of L. We're going to overshadow the Lakers, and they've done anything but that. Kawhi Leonard cannot carry that team, and Doncic said, hey, jump on my back, Mavs. I got you guys. And they're up 2-0, bro. Who the hell would have thought that?
I mean, this is Jason Douglas's pick to go to the NBA Finals out of the Western Conference.
Remember, I said, yeah. And I said, what did he tell me? He was like, you're going to be sleeping in the basement pick if you do that.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
pretty much what he said.
He told you, do not put $50 on the Jason Douglas special. Do not.
The JDS, right?
Yeah.
The Jason Douglas special isn't looking too promising now, but don't count out PG-13 and Mr. Kawhi Leonard out there.
I will count out PG-13 in the playoffs. I will always count out PG-13 in the playoffs. The only time he was good was on Indiana before that whole little star he thought he had over his head. Because he was young. He had a little bit of that just chip on his shoulder. But now it's just like, I don't know. He sucks. He had like 11 points the other night. A superstar with 11 points in the playoffs? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Not happening, bro.
Yeah.
But
and then
without the Warriors, it definitely sucks. I watch it with a little bit of, I wish you were here.
Yeah. And then you have the Knicks winning, so they tied that series up. You also have the Jazz, who are well within their means to beat Memphis, who actually dropped the first game. I didn't even realize that, so I think they're looking like they're gonna go back to Memphis tied 1-1. So there's a lot some good series there so far. The 76ers over the Wizards, that's probably not a surprise. They're up 2-0. What else? The Heat. The Bucks are up on the Heat 2-0. So, Sean, your whole thing about are they going to lose in the first round to them again? Probably won't happen. And the Nuggets and Trailblazers are tied 1-1. They all play tomorrow as also with the Lakers and the Suns.
Got to bring something up real quick to you guys in regards to the playoffs and an incident that happened today. Obviously, to what you said, Philly's likely going to win that series. They won by 25 tonight. Russ left early. Got to respect Russ because of how hard he works. As he's leaving with the apparent ankle injury, when he's kind of getting under the tunnel in between that crease between like the cover and where the fans are, some freaking shithead fan dumps his whole bag of popcorn on top of Russ's head, and Russ just flips it. How do you take that as like you're in Russ's shoes, and what do you guys think kind of needs to happen in that situation?
I mean,
that's foul, man.
It is foul. But for me personally, it's not like sticky Coke or beer. It's like buttery popcorn, okay? Now, just the fact it's principle, yes, you poured the popcorn on it, yes, but cooler heads have to prevail in that situation. You not only represent yourself, but you represent your team as well. The whole organization, from the janitor all the way up to the president, CEO, owner, whatever. Like, you can't do stuff like that. I mean, he didn't get physical with him or anything, right?
Bro, I'll be honest. He turned around and he was like damn near sprinting.
He was ready to Malice in the Palace that damn
day. He had like 5 guys holding him. He wanted to kill this guy.
Yeah. But I think, obviously his tempers are flaring from losing by damn near 25 points. I think that's just his career, obviously, it's not what he envisioned. I would imagine coming out of UCLA back when Kevin Love in 08 and whatnot. But, I think that, little Russ guy got his stats during the regular season, damn near the king and triple doubles, right? But I just think that, his career, he just keeps on getting kind of bounced around to these teams. He's not winning ships. He just, and as a player and the heart that he puts into it, in a way, I feel like he probably feels like he should deserve a little bit better when it comes to contention wise. If you think back now, in hindsight is 2020, but think back if OKC would have just kept Harden, Russ, and KD back in the, it could have been, they could have won a couple. They couldn't get back. I mean, it seems to be that was a story. With not to be a homer and bring up the Warriors, but that seemed to be the story with the Rockets got blown up, OKC got blown up, Portland is still holding on, but I think that it was just the era of the Warriors that came in, and just these teams from the West, they had so many chances that they would have been great, but if it wasn't for the Warriors in their way, it's just stopping them every damn year, they just ended up blowing up. And I think that maybe just kind of like a Chris Paul type of deal, right? Chris Paul's in the same way. You see him get hurt again in what game? Was it game 2, I believe? Game one. And it's just, I saw that. Exactly, you're right. Game 1. And I see that. I'm just like, oh, my God. Chris Paul again. It doesn't matter what team he's on. The minute these playoffs start, his injuries come back. And it's just like, And then you're walking down the
Frustrating.
tunnel with some damn fan throwing popcorn on you. It's not the popcorn, bro. It's the career. It's what he's dealing with. It's just emotions of the game, and it caught up to him, you know. Thank God nothing really happened. There's obviously not going to be no suspension. I doubt anything really happened to the fan. I kind of chuckled of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Off
of course.
It wasn't like Mike said. It's not ice cream. It's not no damn soda, beer. It's not
Yeah.
like you're throwing chew at him from dip or whatever.
Ooh,
You know,
that'd be bad.
a couple popcorn, a couple little bounces, whatever, off of you, and it is what it is. But yeah, the boy was pissed. I ain't gonna lie about that one.
I mean, what's worse? I mean, if Russell Westbrook, if he, acts a certain way about that, but then he goes on Twitter and finds out that after Manchester United's loss to Villarreal in the Europa League final, Marcus Rashford was a victim of over 70 like social media posts with like a racial slur. So this is like an epidemic in like European soccer, and Sean, I know you can attest. It's been going on for a long time. Bananas being thrown on the field, bull crap like that. So simmer down and have some humble pie there, Russell Westbrook. Like popcorn's not that big of a deal. He had wasn't he the one who was attacked in Utah, right? Last year, 2 years ago?
On the bench.
Right? Like the fan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows what's up. So popcorn in this instance is nothing compared to what Rashford and some of these other guys have to deal with on a weekly, daily basis.
Well said. No, and even in his post-game interview, I mean, he even said he had that like straight up. He wouldn't do that to me in the street. He shouldn't be doing it to me, doing it here in the stadium.
street.
So it was just
He's such
You
a
know how they
thug.
get.
He's such a thug. I love it. Oh my god.
Did De Gea get any smoke?
He should have. He should have. He was letting the smoke go by him. He didn't get a.
Hey, that was a hell of a penalty shot.
Well, from the-
Hold on.
Fiasco, bro.
From their
I don't want to
goalie?
get into that yet. Hold on. Hold your horses on the.
You opened the door, bro. You opened the door.
I did open the door, but I want to run down a couple. I want to run down a couple of lines for you guys, or a couple of odds for NBA, if you
Still
will.
in the first round, mind you. Still in the first round, mind
Two
you.
games in the first. Yep.
Excuse me.
We're still in the first round, mind you. I don't know if we care about. Is it like long odds or just like games?
Games. Well, I can't find the long odds right now. I was gonna go with long
No, just give me
odds,
some
but I think
games.
they're
Give me
kind
some
of.
games for tomorrow and the weekend.
Oh, so you want games? All right, we'll give you games on the 27th, which is tomorrow. I'm gonna give you some games on the 28th. We got the Bucks. We got the Heat. This is probably the closest game on the board next to the Clippers going into Dallas, which is a 2-point spread. But here tomorrow, Milwaukee Bucks against the Heat in Miami. Miami is a 1.5-point dog. And then you also got the Lakers back at home. Ooh, -7. Ooh, man, they're showing Phoenix no love. I mean, I kind of like those 7 there. If I was to kind of put some money on a game tomorrow, I mean, 7 with the Suns. I think Los Angeles. I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than people think. Denver Nuggets tomorrow against the Portland. Oh no, on the 27th. Yes, tomorrow against the Trail Blazers. That's going to be a 4-point spread. Nuggets are the dogs. Portland Trail Blazers are the favorites at home. Over under 227.5. The Nets and the Celtics go back to Boston. That's a big spread as well. 7 points, guys, with an over under 228. Any games here you guys would think about playing? I think what you said earlier, Mike, is kind of right. We're still in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like to let these things settle out a little bit more. But like I said, I kind of like that Suns +7. If I can get like a half a point, maybe buy it up to 8, looking kind of nice. But I don't know, man. I think that game's going to be a little bit tighter. Your thoughts?
I don't know. Like my first gut feeling is that LA is going to come, to Staples Center and put a whooping on them. I mean, that may be game 4, and then you're right about game 3. That may be a little bit tighter, but one of those 2 games, or I'm not sure if it's 2-3-2, but one of those first 2 games back at Staples Center, I just think it's going to be an ass whooping. I don't know. I just had the gut feeling,
There's going to be a whooping.
It's one of those ones where it's like Phoenix Suns, you had a great year, great young talent. Chris Paul, amazing facilitator as he always has been, but they are who we thought they were. Like I don't care who it is, but when you have Drummond, when you have LeBron, you have AD, you have what's the guy's name with the freaking stupid ass
Schroeder.
He was chucking threes and he was landing. He was hella good the other night.
Ex-OKC.
Yeah, so I mean,
they would have kept that team together.
So for those of you listening, on this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so I hope that you put some money in on some of these games and that you can win some of your money, either more money or win some of your money back. But let's hit the NHL a little bit. So finally, guys, Penguins are out of the playoffs after the first round, or we don't have to worry about them going. Now we only have to worry about Boston. Then we have
who got the Penguins? Islanders.
Yep.
Yeah, they got them.
Islanders. Then you have the Golden Knights who lost 3-0. Sean informed me right when we were starting today, and they're tied 3-3 against Minnesota, going back to Vegas. The Tampa Bay Lightning, your second city, Mark, of Tampa Bay, they beat the Florida Panthers 4-2. And so then we have tomorrow's games, which include, oh man, are we going to get a Canadian team? Can we please get a Canadian team? But the Toronto Maple Leafs, they won yesterday, and they're up 3-1 at home against Canadian, looking to close that one out. And Carolina heads to Nashville to look out. They're looking to close out the Nashville Predators, so we'll see. But gentlemen, I've watched more NBA and NHL playoffs than I have all regular season both sports. Can you guys attest to that, at least for the NHL?
I wish I could. I've watched it's on. Let me watch a couple minutes here and there. The first series, the Winnipeg versus the Oilers. I watched a little bit of that one specifically. Remembering Las Vegas. I actually turn it every time. I hate Las Vegas. They've actually turned the team I think I hate. It makes
my stomach hurt to watch them. Like when I turn them on, it's like I instantly want to turn it.
Why the Las Vegas hate?
I just think they've instantly built a rivalry with the Sharks, and it was just good, I think, for hockey. But it's just I don't know, bro. They just rub off the wrong way.
I get down with the Vegas, man.
It was always the two SoCal teams. Corey Perry, George Peros, and those a-holes with the stupid handlebar mustache in Anaheim, and then you had Brown and all those guys in LA with not so quick.
Well, F you guys. Guess what? All our Las Vegas fans out here, all our Golden Knight fans,
Screw
baby,
you.
Comic Bookie Mark is with you. I'm a
Screw
Sharks
your team.
fan, but I got love. You gotta respect what they did their first year, and what else they do? They take our goddamn coach. So damn,
I know.
There they are, and they're about to take our damn baseball team too. So it is what it is.
Yeah, they already took our football
Las
team.
Vegas, baby.
They already took
Viva Las Vegas.
Speaking of Las Vegas, I watched the first half an hour of that Army of the Dead, the new Zack Snyder movie.
I finished it.
Oh, you finished it? It's worth finishing though, right? They have zombie tigers, bro.
Yeah, zombie horses.
I know they're riding
too.
zombies. They're like the alpha zombies. No, I heard, Zack Snyder needs to be more of a writer than a director.
Let's just say that'd be the last zombie movie he made.
He wants to be an actor because that boy was about to play Batman. If you didn't hear.
Anyways, but damn, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Vegas. Yeah, they took our football team. They're about to take our baseball team. But you know what? I will never like their hockey team. I'm sorry, never liked their hockey team.
I mean, I'm not saying I love them, but I mean, geez, the hate coming. From you guys.
It's all about second favorite team starting next season, the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, the
Kraken's coming to town, baby.
So why you like the Kraken? You don't like the Golden Knights? It's the same shit.
I didn't have any I like him or I didn't like him when they first came in, but it was they already went to the Stanley Cup final, their first season, their inaugural season, and then they had the two series against. I went to one of the games where they beat us, and then the very next season, Sean goes to the Game 7 where we actually beat them.
Arguably the best Sharks game
every
ever.
Single Golden Knights fan is complaining and whining about that major that gave us 4 goals.
Wait, you were there? Who was
Sean
there?
was there.
It was
when
me.
They came back from 04?
Yes. Yeah, it was me and Marissa.
You were there?
I took Marissa's dad to his first game with Marissa's mom also. And bro, we're losing 4-1, 3-1. I was like, oh, hell of a first game to take him to. Jesus.
Pavelski, or was it? Yeah, Pavelski got his noggin rocked, bro. They called a major on it. I had no idea. I mean,
But you know what? That was a sacrifice. That doesn't happen. We don't win that
was a
game.
Yeah, thank God there was
sacrifice.
there was no tenants on the lower floor of my apartment because I was stomping around, jumping up that whole game, dude. The baby was asleep. I was trying to keep as quiet as I could be, but that was hella fun. But Mark, we never got into any futures odds, but I can almost guess that, Colorado is probably number one. They swept St. Louis Blues. The Vegas Golden Knights are probably up there as well to win the cup. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. The one thing I always look forward to is to see if a Canadian team is going to make it or not. So I don't know.
Well, one of them's obviously going to advance because they're up 3-2 on the other one, right?
Winnipeg already.
Yeah, so Winnipeg already advanced. Then you have either Toronto or Montreal move on too. So the second round will have two.
It sucks though because they face each other next too. Toronto and Winnipeg, or the Canadians and Winnipeg, of course. So we'll be stuck with one after this.
Well, they reseed though.
I'm looking at now the NHL website, and it has that the Avalanche will play the winner of Vegas and the Wild, and then Toronto, Montreal play Winnipeg. Tampa plays the winner of Carolina and Nashville. And the Bruins will face the Islanders.
Okay, cool. Because I saw a little asterisk on the TV when I was it was one during the intermission report.
I wish they reseeded.
The division winners will reseed. It's not like the NBA where it's a set tournament bracket, which I like that. Just because you're up there at the top doesn't mean you should have to play a certain seed. You should always play the lowest seed if you're the number one seed. So, 100%. Come on, the Vegas Knights, they're the number 2 seed. They have the same exact points as the number 1 overall seed. They shouldn't play in the second round. So hopefully they do what I think they'll do.
Your Colorado Avalanche, guys, 2.5-1. You just got your Boston Bruins sitting at about 5-1.
Right, Boston.
Toronto Maple Leafs 5-1. Or I guess I should say my Vegas Golden Knights 6-1. No, not mine.
No, it's
but,
your Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay and Vegas are your two sports teams besides Oakland/Vegas.
Hey. I've been saying this for years, even before my beloved Raiders even moved out there. What have I been saying about Vegas, man? I didn't need Raiders to move out there. It's been
it's not a sports town.
I mean, what other city?
You've been an advocate for Vegas, for sure.
It's freaking Disneyland for adults.
It is.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
We're there for March Madness, Mark. We know how it gets for sports.
Come on, bro. Not even March Madness. I've been there for Halloween. I've been there for New Year's. I've been there for my
there for Halloween too.
I've been there for the Canelo and Mayweather fight. I mean, man, Vegas.
We were walking through the MGM book. Remember when Barcelona beat Man U in the Champions League, and I thought that. I don't know what. I thought something like Super Bowl today or something. Like there were people going ape shit all over that casino. It was crazy.
And my guy Johnny, shout out Johnny. We were walking through the Cosmopolitan back, maybe what was it, 2016, 15 maybe, and we see a guy with some dreads walking towards us in a robe, and lo and behold, my guy Johnny, hey, look, there it is, Marshawn Lynch.
Nice.
We end up talking to him, and he's going to some damn pool party in the middle of the day at the Cosmopolitan. Long story short, I guess the guy, my buddy I'm with, Johnny, knows went to some type of barber college, I guess, with Marshawn Lynch's cousin.
That's cool.
And they knew each other, and Johnny name dropped Marshawn Lynch's cousin on Marshawn Lynch, and yeah,
that's cool.
The one time my guy Johnny regrets not bringing his clippers with him because the first thing Marshawn Lynch asked was, "Hey, you got your clippers? I need to get cut." And my guy Johnny said, "Nah, I didn't bring them." My guy Johnny said, "I'll never not bring my clippers ever again. I could have cut up Marshawn Lynch right now." It's just
pretty crazy
story there.
Didn't Vij and Chris, didn't they see Andre Iguodala in the elevator right when he signed or was traded to the Warriors? And they were like, they look up at him and they're "Hey, welcome to the Warriors." They said something cheesy.
I've seen Ron Jeremy in Vegas twice in 2 different occasions. My luck.
He was wearing clothes, right?
I saw him once.
His chest is hanging out for sure.
I saw him once at a random ass buffet.
Really?
At night.
No kidding.
I was like, that's
what are the odds?
That's freaking Ron Jeremy. And then another time I saw him at the McCarran International Airport in Vegas. I was like, what the hell? Can't believe I saw that dude 2 times. But yeah, you never know what the hell you're going to see in Vegas,
That guy
man.
needs to skip a few meals, if you know what I mean. But anyways, going from the ice to the pavement, we have the biggest day in racing coming up this weekend, although the
longest, maybe not the biggest, but it sure as hell was
that's
the
true,
longest,
but the whole
Mr.
day
Michael.
should be with the race in Monaco, Grand Prix racing last weekend. Apparently, Mark, we didn't know that it's happened like 6 times in the last 20 years, but it's not going to be raced on the same Sunday. But we still have the Indy 500 and then the Coca-Cola 600 from Charlotte Motor Speedway this Sunday. I cannot wait, guys.
Well, here's a tidbit for all you motorheads. There was not one single pass for the lead in the Monaco Grand Prix of Monaco.
I'm not going to wake up that early to watch it anyways. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to wake up that early to watch a race where P1 leads the whole damn race through the city.
Man.
At least it
Monaco,
wasn't Hamilton.
You know, it's just
so
Hamilton,
bro.
who was it? I don't even
Max
know who
Verstappen.
won. Oh, Verstappen. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Red
that
Bull.
guy?
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah,
I'm all up on F1.
Nah, F1, dude. I mean, I
F
respect
you.
it.
Sean.
You. I respect. Come on. I love all motorsports, right? I even watched it. If you watch MotoGP, that's on sometimes in the morning, bro. It's crazy. Those dudes, how the hell do those? I don't know how those motorcycles don't go just wash up underneath them. But nonetheless, I respect F1. I respect the technology and all the, everything that goes into those cars. Those cars are just nuts, But it's just they're like little go-karts. It's just you turn the wheel, it goes exactly where it's just crazy, bro. It's just sometimes I feel like there's a little too much technology in those things, and I feel like that's where I want NASCAR to kind of shy away from. But technology, that's the one thing. It's how you gonna turn back technology once you learn something. What are you gonna do? You gonna unlearn it?
That's true.
But nonetheless, Mike, Coca-Cola 600. You want to get into it?
I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into
it
yet because we have some controversy from last week. The circuit of the Americas, this first race ever that this Cup Series has been to, and
there's not much controversy. NASCAR is dealing with the fact that, rain, trying to race in the rain. Obviously, this track is a little too fast from my viewing. You're coming down that turn 10, 11 or whatnot, and it's just the rooster tails. It's just the track. It was too much rain. They're trying to, say that you can rain with wet tires, but it's more damp conditions. These damp conditions were not damp. I mean, it was pretty bad out there.
Standing water.
You could probably do it somewhere in Sonoma where they don't get going that fast, where it's tight corners, tighter, turns and whatnot. Maybe put some mud flaps on the car so you're not rooster tailing so high into the other person's windshield, right? Yeah, I think NASCAR is learning. I think that what Kevin Harvick said, if you guys heard his comments,
the worst decision they ever
he was
made.
frustrated. I mean, worst decision, right? I mean, he's basically getting popcorn dumped on him like Russell Westbrook, right? I mean, he's in his feelings. At the end of the day, I wouldn't go that far and say that was the worst decision NASCAR's ever made. In my opinion, I think that they're trying. We say it week after week. Mother Nature follows that 6-letter acronym all over the United States, right? Wherever they go, it's bound. What do they say? 300 days a year, Austin, Texas gets sun. And the time that damn NASCAR goes there,
rest assured, it's going to be raining.
But the whole thing I'm talking about is I'm talking about the whole thing where if you go down any type of rabbit hole of controversy on Twitter and all these comments, it just so happens that they decide to call the race once Chase Elliott is in first place, and they call over the radio that he might have to pit. So, and I'm not even saying because Kyle Larson was in second place, but all these Busch fans and Truex,
hey guys, I'm not even saying because it's Kyle Larson.
Hey, that's besides the point that he made a phenomenal stop earlier in the race that would have, propelled him probably into first place because he wouldn't have had to stop. But Chase Elliott would have had to stop because he would have ran out of fuel. But I'm saying the Busch fans were pretty pissed off too because he was running a pretty good race. Sean, your favorite, he actually dominated and won the race the day before. So yeah, screw him. But at the same time, it was funny to see the rabbit hole of comments. And then also about 10-15 minutes after they called the race, sunshine, nothing but sunshine. So yeah, it was just kind of weird. First time there, and that's how it goes down.
With Trevor Lawrence, stop it. No. Nothing but sunshine. I mean, from what I saw on the map, it looked like it was getting ugly. You're telling me in 15 minutes it was sunshine?
That's what multiple people online said. Yeah, there was sunshine.
Of course, we gotta believe them because there are multiple people.
If it's on the internet, it's got to be true. That's what I'm telling you.
If it's on the internet, of course. I mean, you got to believe those multiple people.
Only.
Yeah. So okay, now we can
check.
I mean, I was looking at weather radars and following close people with NASCAR and close real weather, what do you call it, meteorologist on Twitter. So I don't think that it was sunny. But if you say that's what the internet was saying, I mean, obviously I can't go against that, right? Maybe.
I guess it's not always sunny in Austin. But let's actually go. Let's go to Charlotte, though.
No. Let's go back to damn Coda because I want to tell you. Basically, what I want to say is NASCAR is trying. They're going to keep on trying to improving.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had a test today, or was it yesterday, at Richmond. So they're trying to maybe do... excuse me?
Rich what?
Richmond.
It's from the movie. Rich what?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, whatever. They were at Richmond. And they're saying NASCAR, if they're on shorter tracks, a mile or less, they're going to try in damp conditions, which this is the main point that you got that NASCAR has learned from this whole fiasco. It's damp conditions versus rain. Like these rain tires, yes, wet weather tires, but they're not rain. Like we're going to race in crazy rain tires. They're wet weather tires, damp weather, and NASCAR tires. I think they could have brought the Air Titans out a little bit earlier, but like I said, NASCAR is learning just as much as the fans are learning, right? So we're all in it together, and I trust NASCAR to make the right decisions and improve on what they're trying to do when it comes to rain plagued races, if you will.
Yeah, well, I hope they don't have to use these moist tires over there at Charlotte this weekend. I hope it's a beautiful day because where I live.
Oh, I looked. It's gonna be nice.
Okay, good,
don't
because it's
100.
100. It's 100.
Sunday comes around.
Oh, I know, right? Because it's 100 degrees where I live on Sunday and 102 on Monday on Memorial Day. So, but I'm going to take this opportunity.
It's a scorcher.
I'm going to take this opportunity to, kind of for all of us to celebrate. So if you're listening right now, happy Memorial Day. I'm going to quote the great Zach Brown Band, salute the ones who've died, the ones that give their lives so we don't have to sacrifice the things that we love. Great quote, great, musical lyric, but that's why we celebrate Memorial Day, so we celebrate all those who've given their lives for any type of war, from now till, the beginning of history, beginning of this country. So we salute you. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. And
thank you. All the veterans out there.
This whole weekend is for you. So whatever I put on the Traeger this weekend, this is for freaking you.
All the country music I play, all the damn Budweiser I crack. Hey, baby. All the veterans, thank you for serving. Thank you for making our country sovereign and free and, keeping it as the greatest country on planet Earth. Sir. So, we appreciate it. So thank you for that, Mike. That's right. This episode 114 is for the vets and everybody out there that if you got family and anybody that serves, shout out to them and let them know that the Comic Bookies podcast, Treasure Island Comics, and all of us here, your favorite podcast, thanks them for their services, guys.
Yes, sir. So on to the actual track this weekend, Charlotte, North Carolina. We're looking at some recent history. You got Martin Truex Jr. with the win, Chase Elliott with the win, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch. It's kind of all over the place as far as wins is concerned. If Kyle Larson was in his normal Chip Ganassi car, he wouldn't be doing crap. He has a couple top 10 finishes, but a couple accidents as well that would get him like a DNF. So what are you guys looking at as far as all time is concerned? This is kind of along the lines of Daytona and Talladega, kind of hard to predict who's going to win. No one currently driving right now has an all-time average of a top 10 finish. Top 10, like Tyler Reddick has an 11th place finish all-time in his 2 races. Other than that, Joey Logano has just over a 12th place finish in 22 races at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So it's kind of up in the air as far as picking a winner, but I can't wait. It's going to be a long, long haul. What are you guys excited for?
You know what? The excitement obviously is I'm happy Chase did get a win no matter how it was. So I'm happy we don't got to worry about that anymore. We're in the playoffs. But you know what? It's Mark's guy Logano. I actually stopped by Mark's house on Sunday for a bit. and Logano was leading the race at that time. And it seems like week in and week out, Logano is leading the race at one point.
Yeah.
He's up there. It's every damn race. And yes, he has had some points where it's like, damn, he couldn't finish it, couldn't get the job done. But he does have some wins already this year. And what you just said, in that sample size of 22 races, and he has the second best average out of all active racers. I mean, Tyler Reddick, you have two races.
He's pretty much the first.
He is the first. You know what, man? I'm rolling with Logano right now because he actually might be that guy this year. I mean, we aren't going to have that Harvick season from last year where the guy has so many damn wins during the season. But Logano, he's in every race. And that's one thing that always stands out to me. And, man, your guy, Mark, I'm telling you, this might be that season. In this race specifically, I'm liking Logano.
Nah. Don't get me all worked up like that. Don't get me all.
He's blushing. He's blushing right now.
Look at that humble pie.
I mean, yes. We're obviously seeing Logano. These races are so damn hard to win in this sport. We've seen him, compete. Obviously, he's competed pretty damn good. I think they're lacking a little bit in the 750 horsepower package tracks. But he won the Bristol Dirt Race, probably like the craziest one-off race that you could probably win this season, right? I mean, damn, but I thank you for that, for saying that, Sean. In my opinion, I think that with Keselowski, his teammate, which is looking for maybe a new home, that's some NASCAR news I guess we can get into later.
That's right.
Along with another guy retiring. If you guys haven't heard, stay tuned for that real quick. But I think that, Keselowski did win this race last year. I think that coming out of the Team Penske stable, they're obviously great. And I think that, the problem with this race is everybody's coming out of their hometown. Concord and all these damn teams are stationed right there next to Charlotte Motor Speedway, hometown. They all want to win it. They all bring their best stuff out. But at the end of the day, do I think Logano is going to take it? Unfortunately, I think this is going to be a Truex type of race. I think that Mike's guy, Larson, is also going to do really, really good here. I think that Logano is going to contend. Top 5, possibly, probably. But do I think he's going to win it? I think it's going to be a little bit tough for him. I haven't seen him, win this endurance race yet, the 600-miler. And I know he really wants it, especially being part of the Coca-Cola family, like Hamlin and Newman and Suarez and whatnot. So he really wants to win it. But let's see, man. I think there's a lot stacked against them to try to win this race, especially when it's 600 miles.
He has a win there. Is it not the Coca-Cola 600?
It's not this Coca-Cola 600. He has not won that one.
So it was something else that was at Charlotte? Okay.
Yeah. They had.
Okay. Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know about Larson, because
It could have even been the All-Star race because he won the All-Star race, I know, and when it used to be in Charlotte. So it might be the All-Star race, actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I kind of agree with you, bro. I kind of agree. It's going to be, like a JGR. I don't know about Hamlin. Don't know about him. I know I want to say he's going to get a win. Like, he has to get a win.
Hamlin's falling off a bit.
A little bit.
I think that the Hendrick cars are really coming on strong.
Hendrick is on fire.
Okay. Hendrick got all their damn cars in the playoff right now. So does obviously Penske and whatnot. But so does what's it called, right?
Well, JGR's got all but Hamlin.
Oh yeah, they're still missing Hamlin. That's right. He's in because of points, obviously, right now. But Hendrick, man, they're a force to be reckoned with right now.
They're on fire.
They got the young drivers. They got the hungry little young kids out there.
Well, that's what I wanted to get into. I wanted to get into that because you perfect comment the other day when we mentioned that Kurt Busch is retiring from full-time racing at the end of this season. That's a perfect segue into it because Hendrick Motorsports has already kind of picked their 4 guys to go at least the next 10 years in racing. So where's Chip Ganassi going to go? What are these other teams going to look like? And then your news about Keselowski switching teams. Like, what's Penske going to do? It's I assume that.
I know what Penske's going to do.
I assume that Cindric's going to come up into the 2.
But we're going to have a lot of wishy-washy, flip-floppy type of stuff going on in this sport because not just with Chip Ganassi, they got Ross Chastain. They're going to have to find a new driver for the 1 next year. But then you got Keselowski leaving. You're going to have to find someone else, which is probably going to be Cindric, like you said. But don't get it mistaken. You also have Stuart Haas, like I mentioned. I don't know that, especially after the comments that Kevin Harvick made over the weekend. He's getting older, 2 kids, son's careers, coming to fruition a little bit, little young Keelan, whatever his damn name is. But at the end of the day, I can see Harvick probably giving it 2 to 3 more years. I can see Eric Almirola. He doesn't, he's a good guy, doesn't contend as much as I think Stuart Haas or Ford would want him to. I can see him kind of giving it up in 2 or 3 years. So that's another organization that's going to kind of have a little bit of reorganizing to do, if you will. And then
you gotta have the uncertainty. Like, you assume, I hope that Chase Briscoe and Cole Custer do well, but those are 2 guys that I don't put up with Chase, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Alex Bowman. So you have those 2 guys who have been, pros for a long time. Harvick a champion, and then and then Almirola, who's been up there. But with Boyer leaving, and then you have 2 vacancies, and then you have Cole Custer and Chase Briscoe. Like, Stuart Haas has some. They got some soul searching to do.
So what do they do? Do they hire more young bloods and load up like Hendrick did with young guys, or do you load up with vets again?
Yeah.
And like I said, like Roush Fenway, Keselowski, whatever the hell they want to call it, with the rumors coming out. Is Roush Fenway gonna, with his Keselowski coming in, are they gonna? I remember Roush Fenway. I was a huge fan back in the day with Carl Edwards, the number 99, Fastenal. And I remember these guys, they had 4 cars that they were running. Now they're down to 2. Does Roush Fenway expand back to maybe even 3 cars for Keselowski if he comes in there and, becomes kind of a part owner? Does the Wood Brothers car, supposedly Cindric is supposed to step into that next year, but now with the news coming out, does Cindric step into the 2? I almost feel like Penske might kind of just put the 2 on hiatus and just let Cindric run the 21 for a year or 2, and then kind of let the 2 kind of just sit in the weeds and just, I think the 2 is obviously Penske's, Rusty Wallace ran that car. The 2 is, kind of Penske's flagship car when it comes to the Cup Series in NASCAR, So, I heard rumblings about Logano moving to the 2, but no, I think Logano, what he has with Shell Pennzoil and Coca-Cola and his sponsorship, I think the 22 fits him good. Obviously, that's the second best, and I wouldn't say best, but that's the second most renowned car, if you will, in Penske stable. But I think the 2 might go on a hiatus if Keselowski decides to leave. I just don't see them putting Cindric in there right away. It just doesn't seem feasible to me. I think you don't want to throw the kid into the fire like that. And I think they might just stick to the plan and keep putting Cindric in the 21 for at least a year. Maybe the 2 takes a year off as Team Penske irons out all the kinks and stuff with this new next generation car. And then maybe in 2023, we'll see the 2 back. Maybe with Cindric, maybe with someone else. I don't know.
So
but
that's my thoughts. Where does Grass Valley land next year then? Does he go to over to Stuart Haas?
Okay. I mean, there's obviously not an opening at Stuart Haas right now. Does he go to the number 1? He could. Chip Ganassi.
He could jump over. Yeah, you're right. So, all right, before we get into our last sports story, let's give one final pick for the Coca-Cola 600. What do you guys think? Final pick for the fans.
I'm going to make Mark a happy guy. I'm going to go with Logo this week.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, that would be great. I mean, I'd love it. He would get the Daytona 500. He would have the championship. He would have a couple Bristol wins, night wins. He would have a couple big wins
this year, bro. I think
he'd have a couple wins under his belt. He doesn't have Darlington. He doesn't have the Coke 600, but that'd be good, man.
So what do you say, Mark?
Me?
Yeah. Who do you pick?
I can't pull. Hold on. I'm looking for my odds here. I'm gonna go with
I haven't heard of that racer.
I don't know. Give me Larson, bro. I like Larson, man.
Hey,
I don't know why. Mike, I don't know why. I like the way Larson's running.
Sally.
This track somewhat suits him. I think the longevity of going 600 miles, I think that he's young and all the dirt tracking and all the damn wheels, arms in the air and all the damn racing he has to do. I think that he's he can do the endurance part of it.
Hmm.
Obviously, every driver can, but I like what I'm seeing out of Larson, man. He's due to
Yeah.
win another one soon.
If there's any driver in my mind since I've been watching that can like overcome adversity and just be like, oh, he took a penalty here, but look at him, he's got 10 laps left and he's up in the top 5. Look at him go, blah blah blah. I'm picking another Penske driver this weekend. Give me Brad Keselowski to win the Coca-Cola
Oh,
600.
what? Back to
Keslo.
Yeah,
back?
yeah. Give me,
Won it last
yep.
year. Okay, you going back to
Give me
back.
Brad Keselowski for the win.
Okay.
Impressive, sir.
All
Okay.
right.
He had a very subpar performance at Coda.
Yes.
Oh
So
man.
so
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 I know
bounce
he'll be
back
looking to
race.
rebound.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so really quick last bit of news. I hope the guy who I told to tune in is tuning in right now. But the Mexican the Liga MX final I think starts this weekend because for some stupid reason they're gonna do an aggregate for a final. I think they do that. It's not just one game for a final. But our boy
Cruz Azul.
Cruz Azul is playing Santos for the
Laguna.
championship. So I mean, Mark, I know you don't have any odds on this.
Oh,
On this,
Cruz Azul been killing it, huh?
yeah, they have. But I mean,
They've been
but
good this year.
if you know my buddy Julio at work, he has always said that they always find a way to lose. Like there was this one time where they were up like
They're like
3-0.
Manchester United.
Years ago, they were playing America in the finals, and they were up like 3-0, and then the next game they gave up 3 goals, and then like the goalie scored or something. Like it was freaking crazy. Like all the crazy things that can happen that are like, oh my
Did
god,
happen.
we lost because of this. It did happen. So hopefully Cruz.
Oh, the finals tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, the first leg is tomorrow, and the next leg's on Sunday the 30th. And I guess I'll give my 2 cents. I wish Julio was listening because, like I always say, Cruz Azul es mierda. And we're gonna go with Santos Laguna.
Oh man.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we're gonna break it down, but I had them winning the championship. So I mean, maybe Cruz Azul gets 1 tomorrow. That gives my Santos 2 on Sunday. So let's go with Santos Laguna.
And if you like Santos, guys, for all our Liga MX fans out there, let us know because you guys can get them at plus 140 on the win. Cruz Azul, the underdogs, plus 225. If you think they're going to draw in 90 minutes, remember, guys, if you pick the draw, it comes down to
90 minutes,
regulation time only. That's about 2-1. Or if you're looking at the spread, you can take plus half on Cruz Azul, which isn't I mean, if they win that good this year and you can get plus half on them for minus 125, guys, and if you think that this game could end up in a draw in 90 minutes, I mean, that plus 5, half a point is going to get you the win right there with Cruz Azul for minus 125.
And he's going camping this weekend, so that's tough. If they win tomorrow and they have a chance to win the championship and he won't even be there, that sucks. But you know, hopefully you guys can watch this game, enjoy it. But that will be the sports section, and we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back after these messages to the Comic Bookies podcast. Stay tuned for the comic section of the show. See you soon.
Stay tuned. We will be right back and enjoy the soothing
BRB.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Comic Bookies podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Treasure Island Comics in Fremont, California. Go check them out Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for all your comic booking needs. So as we transition from sports to comics, let's go ahead and run down the new books that came out today from all of your big and small publishers. So for the DC, we have Detective Comics. You know what? I didn't even write the friggin' numbers down. What the hell? We have
1036.
Yeah, we have Detective Comics 1036. Action Comics
1031.
Okay, thank you, Sean. 1031. Strange Adventures 10, Harley Quinn 3, and The Other History of the DC Universe number 4. On the Marvel side, we have X-Men 20, New Mutants 18, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 26, one of our favorites right now, Sean, Alien number 3, and this Heroes Reborn big story number 4. Over on the Image side, Department of Truth number 9, Monstrous 34, Spawn 318, and Two Moons number 4. Boom Studios is Something is Killing the Children 16 and Firefly 29. Aftershock has Nuclear Family 4 and Shadow Doctor number 4, and another 4 from AWA, Casual Fling, one of our absolute favorites right now, and Chariot number 3. So fellas, you know what, I guess we have technically 2 weeks worth of books we can talk about, like anything that you liked from the last 2 weeks, since we really didn't get into comic books last week with Jason Douglas, and anything you're excited about this week. So shoot, guys, let's have a open forum for comic book discussion.
It got to be the Fling.
It's
funny because Mark brought it up, and I thought that it was over too, but you know what, Casual Fling, bro, just because of how just we said, it's so relatable to just real life stuff and how entertaining it is. I'm with it, bro. I actually feel like I haven't got one in a while too. Has it been almost a month or so?
Well, that's why I thought it was over, man. I was like, man, just they've been pretty consistent. AWA has with releasing for Casual Fling, but this one was a little bit delayed, and I was like,
maybe it was one of those we're going to release this on April 6th, and now it's May 20 something, you know.
I think we just get so damn caught up in so many books that we're reading, guys. I got 10 offerings plus one, like the 90th plus 1 minute,
and
I got the 90th plus 1 minute as well over here with my What If Humans Were Listed on the Stock Market book. Kind of a one shot here, if you guys see. I kind of excited. I actually ordered this out of previews a long time ago. I'd say maybe 4 to 6 months. And it took a while to get here, but nonetheless, I'm excited about this one. Kind of a long one. I'll probably be reading it after all the other 10 that I got. Casual Fling being one of them.
Just 10.
Obviously,
don't forget
Detective.
previews, bro. You got previews too.
Oh, I won't even be looking at previews this week. I got until the 18th to order them from Treasure Island Comics.
I already freaking flipped through the Marvel one.
Jesus, I know.
By the way, there's a bunch of
Tyrone Biggums. Those things.
I know, right? There's a bunch of number ones coming out from Marvel, just to let you guys know, and it's some I think Black Panther is completely restarting, so I'm kind of excited about that.
I'll get that.
I may get the first issue of that one, and then there's a bunch of 4 or 5 issue miniseries that you guys may want to check out. So, but anything else? The Other History, this is one of the ones, kind of my favorites, just because it's one of the ones where I buy it and it's $7.99, but how it takes me 2 full days to read it, it's definitely worth it. So I think if this is Detective Renee Montoya for this one, I think it looks like she's going to become the Question. So yeah, issue 4 of The Other History of the DC Universe. I'm pretty excited about that one. And then also one more I got that was not on my pull list was this one shot, the Stargirl Spring Break Special. So I did grab this one. Had no idea. It says Infinite Frontier on it. So
I did see.
Yeah, so like you, Mark, I was interested to see how it tied in with the Infinite Frontier story. And Sean, come on, Alien. Oh, go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
I was thinking of grabbing it as well, but I had a pretty heavy list this week, so load. I kind of shied away from it. But I did see that. So,
all right, Sean, what do you got?
Let me know how it is. Let the fans know how
I
it
will.
is, Michael.
We'll review it next week. Sean, what you got?
Oh man, let me tell you something, guys. I read Home number 2. I think it was yesterday, and it's good. You know what? Did you read it, Mark?
Yeah, I do like it. Let it be known right here. I'll let you guys know that I don't I would have liked it more if it wasn't like, oh, he's got superpower type of powers now. I wanted to. I wish it would have been a little bit more raw, kind of more real, in my opinion.
That's
Kind
what
of,
makes it.
you know.
Yeah.
To speak of AWA, the Red Border book that they got when they were first, coming to becoming a company. What was it, like a year
Year or
ago,
two,
if you
yeah.
will? But when they released that Red Border, which was also a four-issue miniseries, I think that the way that was delivered with the whole family, or not the family, but the boyfriend and girlfriend jumping over the border, getting caught with a bunch of stuff and whatnot, I think that Home could have gone that way. They're throwing the whole superhero powers aspect into it. I don't like that part of it, but I am enjoying it, and I think it's a 4 or 5 part series, if I'm not
Five,
mistaken.
I think. Yeah.
5. So I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I would have liked it more if the kid was kind of running for his life, but not blowing damn holes in the Earth's surface and whatnot.
And with how raw and organic they're making this story, I'm actually with you. That actually probably would have been better and even more raw without the whole superpowers things. But I will say, the way that they're having the story go, the aunt who ends up picking him up actually knows about the powers within the family.
Yes.
They pretty much want to leave Guatemala because of all the gangs, and the gangs actually kill his dad, who actually had powers that the family knew about. So he's kind of like, hold on, you guys actually know about these powers that kind of are with people in our family, including my father. And then his mom actually gets deported back to Guatemala. So it definitely opens up a couple doors to like, okay, the next number 3 is of course going to be worth getting. So
yeah, and I like how they build it up. They don't let you know about the dad and the family and the powers until pretty much like the second offering. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. We'll see where it goes. But I know Mike wants to talk about that Wonder Girl.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
it was good.
I mean,
bro.
Wonder Girl was really good. I had no idea what you meant by it,
Later.
like Little Mermaid. I get that's like the last page, but everything else was like, okay, who is this chick? Because all 3 of those, like you had Mount Olympus, then you had Themyscira, and then you had some other place that was like we all have to like So Mount Olympus wants to unleash her. And then the other one, like, capture or kill or whatever, because they can't let any, like something catastrophic is going to happen because she's the weapon, if her powers like is unleashed or something. And she's just like a little girl from Boise, Idaho, like, hey, taking this tour of Brazil, like, what the hell?
How thirsty was that bus driver, though?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he knew there was something special about her, man.
Yeah, and I also need to learn something from that YouTuber. Hey, like and subscribe my videos.
Kevin
Kev or whatever. I need to learn something from him. But I really enjoyed it. It's definitely something. I don't know if it's a mini series or maxi series even. If it's ongoing, I'm down to follow it for a little bit, especially if it's leading into this Infinite Frontier story that's been going on. So.
I got this Image comic this week, Mike. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It seems to be kind of gaining a little bit of steam. I've been hearing about it. I saw it in previews. I think Alex gave me the thumbs up. Made in Korea, another Image offering. If you guys can see it here.
Yeah.
Live. Did any of you guys get it? My comic bookie co-host.
I saw it in previews a few months ago, and just kind of reading the synopsis. Usually, Aftershock, Boom Studios, some of those ones that has the right margin of the page or the left margin of the page. I usually read that whole synopsis, and it really didn't strike my interest, so I did not pick it up.
Jeremy Holt, George Schall, and Adam Wallet on this book. I thought. For some reason, I actually thought I skipped on it, but I guess I didn't. I ordered it in previews. Like I said, it comes a couple months later, so I actually thought I didn't order it, but I get it confused because I got this one, and I also got the Good Asian as well. So Asian, Korea, I think I got confused, but I'm down. This is what we're here for. We're here to review new stuff,
for
indie
sure.
stuff, whatever, and give the fans our opinions on it. And that's why we get these number ones. So damn it, I'll read it. I'll let you guys know next week how I feel about it, if I'm on the pull list or not.
I mean, in no particular order, we don't have to talk about it, but I feel this is one of the weeks where I closed each and every one of my books, and I was like, that was pretty good. Either it brought me back in or continued a great story. Like, I thought Stillwater was good, number 7. Scumbag brought me back in, Mark. I don't know how you feel about it. We'll talk about it in a second.
You're still on Stillwater, huh? You're still on
Yeah,
Stillwater.
I'm still on Stillwater. It's a
Pun
really
intended.
interesting concept. Definitely something I can see like made into a movie. Like, can you imagine?
So I thought Stillwater
Like,
was
can you imagine going
that
into a
was-
town and then once you cross the town lines, you can't die. Like, literally, you get your face blown off, and then it takes you a few days, like Deadpool, to regrow your limbs, you know? And then finally, someone from the outside was born inside and is now outside, goes into there, and then they kind of unravel the secrets of this town, and the townspeople get kind of like, you know, who the hell is this kid? And before they know that one of the two was actually born there and his mom's like a part of the townspeople, they drag his friend to the outside of the county or the city lines and they kill him. So now he's all over the news, like, you know, missing persons, blah, 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 and all this stuff. So all this stuff's going down. There's two different groups of people in the town. Like, one, you know, group is trying to like kind of, you know, they're more good than bad, and then the other ones are like, you know, we have to keep this safe. No one leaves here, no one comes in. So it's a really good story so far. Scumbag brought me back in. Sean, the Fantastic Four, the life story.
How many issues is Stillwater, Mike? Sorry,
Stillwater. I
I
don't know if it's an ongoing or not. I think it's ongoing, but they took that like 3-month break. It's issue number 7. That was issue 7. Sean, I'm not sure if you grabbed that 6-issue miniseries, the Fantastic Four, but that was a good first issue. Just like the Fantastic Four, how they came to be in the 60s. Justice League was much better than the first issue.
Justice League was better.
The number 60 and number 61 was way better. And then come on, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it now, but you guys are on my side about Flash, right? You guys are. I brought you back, right? Flash was good. Come on, dude. The last 2 issues. The last 2 issues with the dominant.
Sean, you're the Flash guy. Let him know.
It was okay.
I mean, what are you expecting?
I just think I'm so.
I guess I'm not a Flash guy. If I'm not expecting more than that, then I'm just not a Flash guy. I'll be completely honest with you.
Is it because you're kind of lost because you're not? Are you not
Hitler?
familiar with Jay Garrick and like because he's like the OG Flash? It's like not Barry Allen.
I guess not, brother. But I mean the Flash.
The whole thing.
It's just. I mean, where are they going with it?
The whole thing about like saving Wally West is kind of weird, but the aspect of him being a part of this force and being put into different speedsters, that's what makes it cool. And then the very last page is like, boom, you go into the body of Reverse Flash, and he's about to get voted into the Legion of Doom.
Flash is not doing diddly squat for me right now.
Okay,
Michael.
Especially like the new writer and stuff. I thought the new writer coming in, I didn't expect much, and I didn't really see much the first couple issues, but especially these last 2 issues, I'm more than entertained.
And you're more than entertained with Flash, but you won't pick up the Harley Quinn story. Where I feel like the Harley Quinn story, in my opinion, is a lot more entertaining to me than this damn Flash
I'm sorry,
story.
I didn't know I was reading Harley Quinn since Summer 16. I've been reading this Flash book since the very beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you've been reading it since the beginning, so that your opinions just have to be like skewed because you've been reading it longer.
No,
I
didn't pick up the Harley Quinn one because I had, you get so many books, you got to make some cuts. So you get the book, go ahead and give a review on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to get every single book just because I want to get every single book. Like sometimes I have to make cuts or else I'm going to get 15, 20 books a week and I can't keep up with that.
I'm not talking about making cuts or getting books. I'm just talking about the stories in general at this point. Like,
but we've said, but we've agreed.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the Harley Quinn story that just started up, 3 months ago.
Okay.
I'm enjoying that like a lot more than I am the Flash, and how the whole Harley Quinn and how her character is kind of switching up in this whole Infinite Frontier type of situation that we got going on with DC, and how it's mingling and co-mingling with the Batman book and the DC and the Detective Comics book, and it's like the Joker book as well. It's like I like how these books are kind of meshing together with the Infinite Frontier. Yes, we're getting Infinite Frontier from Flash, but it doesn't feel that way. I feel like like Flash is kind of just doing its own thing right now. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I know, but how does my opinion on
Flash is in my cup of tea right now. It's not
That's
bad.
Fine.
It's not like horrible. I think I've read worse Flash books, but it's just the way the vibe of the story and the way of the story, in my opinion, is just it's not. I mean, I think maybe I'm just reading better stuff in my opinion
and you probably
right now. Not that it's
yeah,
bad,
and you probably are. But what does my Flash review and opinion have anything to do with your Harley Quinn one? Like, like my decision to not get Harley Quinn had nothing to do with my decision to keep the Flash. I wanted to see what Flash is giving me, and in my opinion, right now, maybe not the direction of the story and how they're trying to save Wally West and like that kind of aspect
That's
or whatever,
what it is,
but
yeah.
like just the specific aspect of him going from speedster to speedster. And then now going back to World War II is a little bit of history with, the Spear of Destiny and Adolf Hitler and stuff.
That's all you get from
That
the
aspect is dope because I love
It
history.
don't matter what damn writer it is. It's this time travel, this speedster, that damn.
But I like that.
That damn treadmill. That
Okay.
It's just that's all.
Okay,
you
so with
get.
Harley
Like,
Quinn,
can we just have
so-
a story with damn Flash that just chills the f out and just like the same like not going back in this
Okay.
time, not going
So
back
you
in
have
that time, not switching it up to Wally. Like I enjoyed the way Williamson had it going.
I didn't.
I mean,
I
as
didn't like
much
his
as I
end
enjoy
run. I didn't like it.
As much as I enjoy Infinite Frontier with the Batman, Detective, Joker, Harley situation, the Infinite Frontier right now of Flash just isn't, doing it for
Okay,
me,
so
man.
you have Flash going from
it's-
timeline, same stuff. Okay, Harley Quinn, since she was incepted, in the early 90s, she's been battling with, am I a hero? Am I a villain? So if you want to talk about stuff that's the same stuff, she's been doing the same thing since early 90s, since Batman Adventures, whatever the hell number it is, or when she first appeared in the Batman, the animated series. So the same stuff for me too. Like Harley Quinn's never really, I don't know. There's a reason why Wonder Girl I picked up and not Harley Quinn. I just don't. She's not very interesting to me, and it was way oversaturation. You got to admit, at a certain time last year,
there has been
Harley
a lot of
Quinn
Harley
was
and Joker
so
stuff
many
lately.
freaking stories. But
but
She was in
Yeah.
straight style.
But I'll admit, I think that I just don't think that the Flash, whatever the hell direction they're going in right now, I think that they need to hurry up and try to kind of somewhat tie it into what they got going with Tynion and Taylor and the Infinite Frontier type of stuff.
Yeah, I
because I think right now they switched it up. They switched the Infinite Frontier for a reason. So, and now you just, I don't know. I just think that they kind of went way left field with the direction of the Flash. If you want to kind of talk about it within the whole DC universe, I think that the Flash was over here, and then the rest of the DC universe is kind of here, in my opinion. But
yeah,
what do I, man?
but
What do I know?
mean, it's okay to have that though. Like if the Flash has his own story that's not within continuity, that's cool because the Flash is in Justice League.
That's
And
true.
if Justice League is going to be tied in with Infinite Frontier, then I'm cool with that too. So, I mean, as long as we get some good content. But Mark, the Scumbag, did it kind of bring you back? I thought the quality of this book was better than the previous two. I thought it definitely wasn't anything like I read in the first arc. But it definitely was a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a little bit better in my opinion. I think that I don't know. That's another book. I think that I'm getting kind of harsh here on some of these offerings.
Hey, it's
here.
okay.
But I
Hard
think that
critic.
You have to be
Yeah, I'm
honest
getting-
though.
yeah.
Don't sugarcoat anything for the
Siskel-
fans.
Jesus, Siskel and Ebert type guy here now, Rotten Tomatoes guy. I just think that the Flash. I'm sorry, the Flash. I'm still on the Flash. The scumbag Flash ass. Damn no. I think that scumbag. They're dragging it out. Remender has a great storyline that he can build off, but I just think that I don't know if lately his mind is focusing on another story or something, but in my opinion, I think that Scumbag needs to end. It needs to end fast.
Yeah.
I think we're on 7 or 8
yeah,
so far.
yeah, that was 8.
I think. Okay, so that was 8. I think it could have ended at 8. That could have been the ending right then and
I
there.
say ended at 12.
Hopefully it
Hopefully
ends
it
at 12.
Like he just kind of screwed the whole world up, and he kind of put his mind and his thinking and brainwashed everyone
You
on
know
Earth,
what?
and then so fix that and then end the story.
So look, as much as I hate hiatuses in the comic book world, we talked about how Scott Snyder's no, sorry, Scott Snyder. Jesus. No, I'm talking about directors.
No, you had it right. Yeah,
Not,
Scott Snyder.
no, no, not
Yeah, you had it right. Yeah, Zack Snyder's the director.
Zack Snyder. Okay, yeah. Scott Snyder.
You're not going crazy, Mark. You're okay.
Scott Snyder's Undiscovered Country took a hiatus, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. We talk about how we don't like that. But in my opinion, I feel like there's certain books, aka Scumbag, I think that they need to take a damn hiatus at some point. Like, usually when books end, I kind of tell Alex, okay, take them off the pool now. And he tells me, are you sure? Because they might start up with like a different type of story, right? The Scumbag is actually a book that I can see ending, and I wouldn't take it off my pool list because I could see myself picking up a future offering. But right now, I just think that the story has kind of died, and I think that it either needs to end quick or Remender needs to pick it up quick again.
Yeah, Sean still get it though. It's still worth reading.
Bro,
with all we're doing here. Yeah.
I'm just seeing like a movie written all over.
Maybe because he hasn't been as big as a piece of shit in these last couple.
I know, right? He needs to be an a-hole.
Usually, when people start getting good is when it starts going bad.
Yeah, I mean, he was a total douchebag when I was into it. Maybe I'm the douchebag. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Am I the douchebag? There might be a guy that.
Yeah, if you ask somebody, he
I'm a big douchebag. But if you're listening, let us know, man.
I mean,
just don't leave us bad reviews. Leave us good reviews.
Exactly.
Let me know I'm a douchebag in my own damn Twitter, guys.
Aaron, what's up, boys? Sorry you missed sports, but hopefully you can get into some comic book talk. But speaking of bad things, Strange Adventures, it's already getting reviews like Tom Taylor. What the F did you do? So I may say screw the order. I may read this first tomorrow. Like, what did you do? Like, there's no going back from this or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, Tom King.
Taylor.
Tom King.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting my Toms mixed up. I'm getting mixed up. Come on, guys. It's 10:40. It's quarter to 11 here on the Pacific Standard Time. But, okay, cool. So go out there and get your comic books. Let's get into some of the news. So please, if you guys have any pieces of news, please shout it out. People in the chat, please shout out any pieces of news you want us to talk about. But let's go ahead and give you some quick hitters, and then we'll kind of get into the stories that we want to get into for the long haul. Disney and Marvel has signed a 3-year deal with the WandaVision creator, Jack Schaefer, or Jock Schaefer, whatever. So and it's not like MCU specific, so who knows what they're going to make him do, but that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we have, let's stay on the good news. Sean, our boy Henry Cavill, star of Tudors, Superman. They have cast him to be the new lead in Highlander. I don't know if you guys watched the Highlander movie from like back in the day. Like, there's going to only be one Highlander. I watched it as a kid like one time, so I have no idea about it. But the director of John Wick, Chad Stahelski, he's directing the movie. So Henry Cavill will be the lead in Highlander. And then 2 bits of bad news. Painkiller, which was going to be the Black Lightning spinoff. The character Khalil in Black Lightning, that has been canceled.
I just read that right now, bro.
Yeah, so you have the Black Canaries been canceled, the Painkiller spinoff's been canceled, but dude, CW, I mean, they make a handful of good ones, but dude, everything on HBO Max needs to stay. And then also Samuel Wright. I don't know if you guys know who Samuel Wright is right off the bat, but he is the voice of Sebastian from The Little Mermaid from the early 90s. He has died at 74 years old. So under the sea.
Under the sea. Legend. Damn right. I can't get that damn right out of my head now. Under the sea. Under the sea.
Darling, it's better.
California Adventure, baby.
Under the sea. Darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Ooh,
that can also be that's what she said.
Wetter, buddy. That Disney always throwing in those damn.
But anyways, and the final piece of news that I have is Amazon finally buys MGM Studios for $8.45 billion. So you have the Rocky movies, the Pink Panther movies. You have upon permission from that family who owns the
Poodle
Bond
movies?
movies or whatever. You have the James Bond movies. So that's all that.
Nice.
If you guys want to get into any of those pieces of news, if you want to throw out other pieces of news, I know there's one thing I want to talk about at the end of all of this, but what have you guys?
I actually got just one, which is obviously in the bad news side. Very, very unfortunate, but I'm sure and I mean every kid at one point in their life read this book. The author of The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Eric Carle, died today at 91 years old.
Dang. Dude, I just read that book to my daughter like a month ago. That's crazy.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy.
All she wanted to do was keep flipping the pages as fast as she could to get to more and more different fruits. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's childhood right there, man. It's crazy. I literally remember reading that in kindergarten. That's like one book you will always remember, and
Yeah.
91 years old. Unfortunate news, but yes, sir, man.
It's crazy. But let's get some good news rolling to end out the entertainment comic side, to end out the podcast. All three of us were fortunate enough to watch the season finale of The Mayans, the TV show on FX. So let's get into a little bit of entertainment talk. Okay, so Mark, this is like the only show that you...
What are you watching on streaming? Let the fans know
Exactly.
first before we get into the Mayans. The Mayans isn't too big here. We'll get into that later. Let the fans know what you're currently streaming.
Well, I started Titans.
Okay, so Sean. So how's
Mr.
Titans?
Sean Powers has started Titans. Mr. Michael Biela. Let the fans know what you're streaming now, baby.
Let me ask first.
You see.
Let me ask first. How was that scene where he took out those guys in the very beginning?
And he broke that guy's ankle, and okay, they actually showed this guy sidestep, break his ankle. I'm like, okay, so they be selling some shit.
So he drags his face along the broken car window.
Yeah.
He drags the other guy's face along the brick window. You just see smearing of blood. Like, dude.
Wait, what? You told me that years ago.
But he just started it.
You barely started that? That used to be on DC Universe, didn't it, Mike?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max now. They shifted over.
HBO Max. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're watching that from 2018, Mike or Sean?
Yeah.
2018, right?
Yeah. Yes, 2018, because they have 2 seasons out and they're filming season 3 right now. So obviously last year COVID, I think they delayed it.
Unfortunately, Swamp Thing take a damn swamp.
On season 3, hold on. Oh man, I'm gonna totally knock this.
Now that I got HBO Max, the Swamp Thing's gone.
What? Oh, the Swamp Thing is not on HBO Max?
Is it?
I mean, if Titans is,
it probably is. Actually, I haven't even searched for it.
August 3rd, Mike, season 3.
August 3rd, and is it like a Netflix where the whole thing gets released, or is it?
It will be coming home on HBO Max streaming service.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes.
So I got a handful of months to get season 1 and season 2 completed. We'll mess with
Blackfire, and I forgot what the other rumored villain is. Okay, cool. Nice. But yeah, dude, so Doom...
Yeah, it's good so far. I like it. I only seen the first episode, but no, they be showing some stuff and instantly, I can do this right here.
When the team gets together and they show each other what they've got, yeah, it's definitely a good show. But after that, definitely watch the other shows. The one season, unfortunately, that they only did one season, but Swamp Thing is good. Doom Patrol is really good too. They had a COVID-shortened season 2 or season 3. Love all those shows that they're doing.
What are your guys' thoughts on these damn Marvel shows that they're coming up with? I've heard.
Like Loki and stuff, or What If?
Yeah. You guys are way more, 100 times more into the streaming than I am.
Well,
so it's a question that I actually want to pose to my co-host here, because I've been hearing like rumblings going on. Sorry, Mike. Hold on one second. I've been hearing rumblings going on that, like, what MCU, what Marvel is trying to do, like, I don't know if it's kind of a pandemic deal or if it's something that they kind of had planned in the works before this whole pandemic hit, and maybe it accelerated it. But in my opinion, and what I've been hearing, do you think that Marvel, Disney, what they're doing is kind of trying to build more of a universe, but building it from Disney Plus, right? And building it from their shows to kind of get these audience attached to then even build something even bigger than they had with, the Avengers and Endgame type. Because if you can get all your damn listeners, maybe not all of them, but if you have how many damn viewers on Disney Plus, if you can take maybe 50% of those viewers and kind of draw them into this new universe, if you will, that they're gonna try to venture off into after the Avengers type stuff. I mean, I think that's pretty big. And Disney, they're smart people over there. They know what they're doing. But what are your guys' thoughts on it? Guys that watch way more Disney Plus streaming stuff than me, do you think that they're trying to build onto a universe, or you think this is just extra content that they're trying to give the fans?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, everything's connected. Like WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, it's all connected to what's coming out in for Black Widow and Doctor Strange 2 and Thor 2. Like this is phase 4 of the MCU as far as I'm concerned. Shang-Chi in the Golden Rings or whatever, like the Legend of the 10 Golden Rings or whatever. I think it's all connected. But now they're saying like, okay, you need Disney Plus and you need to follow all these damn other shows if you want to get down with the get down when the damn big movies come down to the theaters and the big screen. Because if you're not following us on Disney Plus, these MCU movies on the big screen, you're gonna be kind of lost. Is that am I lying in saying that? Or no, you're not. Because there's going to be some aspects where you're like kind of you may or may not be. I mean, it could be. I'm just guessing that you're going to be confused a little bit if you go and see Black Widow and you're like, what are they talking about? And the guy leans over, oh, you had to watch Falcon Winter Soldier. But what is it, like $6.99, $7.99? Sorry, dude, don't go to Starbucks 2 times in a month. And there you go. There's your payment for Disney Plus. Like pick up.
But it's not even about the Disney Plus for me. It's not about the payment. It's just about. It's about the time, and it's just about like making it an event. Like I want to go to the theaters and watch Endgame and watch Infinity War and whatever the hell, right? I want to make that an event. Like I don't want to have to sit on my couch every week and make sure I follow Loki and this and that just to be tied into like when the actual movies do come out. That's just my thought on it. Like I hope that they don't tie it in so bad that only I know the moviegoers can't really follow it as much because they're not tied in with the whole Disney Plus side.
That bad to where you're gonna sit there the whole movie clueless. They're probably like what Mike said. There's gonna be just probably different aspects that maybe come from those shows.
The way these damn studios are coming along, we're trying to build these damn streaming services so much. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
But
Sean.
It's It's every Friday or every Saturday. Like Falcon Winter Soldier was 6 episodes. Like for me, that's like Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday. I make sure that I find time. It's not like it's like the CW where I have like, oh my God, I'm behind like 6 episodes on like 8 different shows. No, it's just one show at a time. They're not making you watch WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and Loki at the same time. They're spacing it out at least. Even Mandalorian was at a different time, and that's not even in the same universe. So it's like you have like once a week, just find and sometimes we were pissed off because WandaVision was like, what? 35 minutes? 35 minutes? It wasn't even like close to an hour. So it's like not even that much time at all. When you, in the grand scheme of things, when you're like if you find yourself sitting down watching TV like the Mayans, like once or twice a week, I think it's definitely worth that like 1 hour, to just sit down and watch it.
But the fact that they don't even have a set time for the episodes, like you said,
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, I kind of enjoy that. I mean, in my opinion, I think that's kind of crazy because that's a testament to they're really kind of doing it as they go, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it might be like the new age of just like not having stuff planned and just kind of just going. These studios just go along and just go ahead and design build, if you will. Keep build it design it as they build it.
Bro, can you imagine like Amazon, now that they have the rights to Bond, if they make like an Amazon Prime video like TV series, but based off Bond, like a weekly Bond series that's like it's like as good as The Boys, as good as what the hell is the other one? Not Jack Reacher, the one with Tom Cruise, but what's the one with John Krasinski? Jim from The Office. My parents watch it.
I know what you're talking about. I watched it.
What the hell is his name?
Shoot.
Well, like whatever. But like Sneaky Pete, like all these good shows on Amazon Prime. Can you imagine if they do something like along the lines of The Boys or Rocky, to where like all these years, decades and decades, you were used to watching movies. Now you go ahead and get into a series form where it sucks you in week in and week out, to where you're not going to the movie theaters one time and paying the $12, $13, but you pay monthly because you have to keep up for 2, 3, 4 months in a row. That's how they get you. They're going to spend the same amount of money, if not a little bit more, for a whole TV series, but it sucks you in for a long period of time. So over time, you pay more money than the one-time fee of a movie. I think that's a pretty good business, practice. It's pretty freaking smart.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously not dummies in what they're doing,
and you get
right?
the talent that's on movies normally to do a TV show. When the hell did you ever have that? Not too often 20 years ago.
But you know what? When you're talking about Falcon Winter six episodes, you said?
The Falcon Winter Soldier was only 6 episodes, but those ones were a little bit longer. Those were at least 50 minutes to a little bit over an hour.
And how much were the other ones?
WandaVision's like 8 episodes, 8 or 9, and then Loki.
But you enjoyed WandaVision more.
Oh, if you like action, like if you like just in your face.
Sean, chime in. Sean.
I'm totally in Sean mode right now. I'm gonna try to find out what is that show called.
Reacher, right?
Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan. So not Johnny, but Jack Ryan. My parents love that show, by the way, on Amazon Prime.
That's awesome.
Shout out, Jack.
So Sean, wouldn't you agree Falcon Winter Soldier is like, if you're like the action?
Oh, easy.
And the rag, and then if you want,
it's almost a movie. Every episode's like its own little movie, but yeah, it's good.
More emotional, more in depth, more just psychological was WandaVision.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely more rewarding too, because the first 2 episodes, what the hell is this? Yeah. And then it turned into what it turned into for sure.
The writing, the story was absolutely phenomenal in WandaVision. I would take WandaVision over Falcon Winter Soldier for sure. Now, Owen Wilson is the one who's kind of keeping me on Loki. I'm like, okay, Owen Wilson in a team. Okay,
I know.
I'm excited for this one now because Loki's always been like the, okay, he's mischievous. He's gonna tell you one thing and he's gonna do something behind your back or whatever. So
he's always kept it low key.
Ooh, Mark.
So but like my guy told me, you're the effing comic bookie. You tell me why the hell they bringing Loki into the mix. I'm like, bro.
Well, it is a moneymaker in his content. There's no doubt about that.
But it's kind of confusing to me. I was confused at the same time about Loki. I was kind of confused.
What's wrong with it? The thing is, though, people like it, though. That's the thing. You're filling a void.
No. This is where I want to get to. This is where I guess this can stem from my conversation before. And this is where I want to get at. It's more content, yes. But in my honest opinion, it's more content to people like yourself and like Mike that are more in tune to it already and that already subscribe to Disney Plus and already like diehard fans, and they already, they want more content. But like a guy like me, not saying, but I think that there are a lot of people like me out there that are like still not that deep into the streaming, but enjoy going out to the movies, enjoy watching the motion pictures and whatnot. And what I'm just trying to say is like it goes back to more content. But like I said, I don't want to have to follow that more content to be able to be in tune with like what's going on outside of that. Like it's like I feel like you have the MCU, which was motion picture, but now you got the damn Disney Plus, which is going to really mix in, and you're not going to be able to just follow the motion pictures anymore, is my opinion. Back to the same conversation, I guess. But, I just like more content. Yes, it's more content, but it's just more like, is the content going to, diverge into or converge into what is going on in the bigger aspect of things, because leave that more content to guys like you that want the more content. But there's going to always be that side that doesn't want to dabble in all this extra content, but still loves what they're giving us, on the motion picture.
And they'll probably still watch the motion picture then. I'm pretty sure more people than not are not, I'm not going to watch it because I didn't watch WandaVision. They're still going to watch Black Widow. They're still going to watch the new Spider-Man. They're still going to watch the Black Panther when it comes out. It isn't like, I can't watch it because I didn't watch these. Some of those fans don't even have Disney Plus, so they're still going to watch those movies.
And I'm going to pose this to you. Like, what's total runtime of WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier put together? Like 8 hours? What, you can't spend 8 total hours between now and the middle of July to watch these 2 shows to get you ready for Black Widow? You know, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like, you don't want the extra content, but it's like, what the hell? An hour goes by and you've already watched almost 2 episodes of WandaVision. Boom. There you go. That's one day. And then the next week you watch 2 more, and then like you can catch up, like if you really wanted to. But then again, you're right. Some people would just like, no, I don't.
So you're already admitting right now that without watching WandaVision and Falcon Winter, that it's gonna be a little bit harder to watch the Black Widow coming out.
We didn't make the movie. We don't know.
I can't say that. I can't say that. But for me and Sean, we like the content. So that way, you didn't have to tell us. I wouldn't care if WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon Winter Soldier and the What If animated series, I don't care if they at all tie into the movies. I would still watch it just because I know it's going to be good. If it comes from Kevin Feige and it comes from what they've been giving me since 2008, it's going to be pretty good. More times than not.
There it is. There it is, fans. Is it going to be good, fans? Is it going to be great? Is it going to be worth tying in all to this Disney Plus stuff? Let us know. Are you with Sean? Are you with Mike? Are you kind of with me that you kind of stick more to the script when it comes to the motion pictures and not really digging the whole Disney Plus aspect of it? But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, I hope that they kind of keep like the Disney World Plus or the Disney Plus world to itself, and like the whole like MCU kind of, I don't know. I just don't want to watch an MCU and be like, damn, I'm lost because I didn't follow my damn co-host on my damn podcast and watch the damn exit, right? Then I'm going to feel like the jackass. So. But
maybe aspects, but not a whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see,
but okay, one more thing. I gotta get your opinion. Come on, the Mayans. One of the FX shows you watch, you still have
that boy's in trouble. I tell you that much.
I mean, you still haven't watched Snowfall, which that's an amazing show. But I think both of those season finales, episode as a whole, were like in the C range. Like nothing major happened. You know, the Mayans. We found out that Conche didn't die, and good old Ibarra, he's gonna be taking a dirt nap, and the clubhouse in Santo Padre. They're not doing too well. They're
yeah, this season was crazy. I mean,
crazy. I mean, it does open up things it does open up a whole Pandora's box for numerous things to happen next season. You know, with what's his name? It starts with a T. Him telling Bishop that he was gay, and then you heard the gunshot, but you don't know if he actually shot him. And then all of a sudden, just Easy's right there, like, what the hell? Like every other Mayan besides us.
Wait, he told Bishop he was gay?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he told him at the table. He was telling him he was gay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what I assumed it was too.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, that's what he was telling him. Because
I think he was in love with that other guy's brother.
He was in love with David. That's why David lost. Yeah. You didn't get that whole thing?
No.
Yes. Go back and watch it.
He killed some dude in the second season, right? At the hospital. The dude that was at the hospital, he ended up killing him, right?
Because he knew he was gay.
Yes.
He didn't want him to rat him out.
And then the sister and then the guy who patched over to the Mayans, they both said, like, you ruined this, like, you killed him, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've hid your secret. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
So who? Wait. Damn. This is. Wait. So who was? So okay, Laura. Laura's the sister,
She's
right?
the sister of David.
So who?
She has a brother that we've never seen before, but that's who he's
Oh.
I think, and that's the one who died. And they pretty much said, "You killed him. You ruined this family." Blah blah blah. And then you kind of put together. They probably had a relationship, actually. Because at the beginning, he was with Laura, but you could see they weren't together, actually, kind of the way they vibe.
And then the brother who was in the Vatos...
the Vatos.
Yeah, he killed the brother, because I think he was gay.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of put the pieces together, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why Laura stopped talking to her brother. Mm-hmm.
What?
So then that's why he tells him, that's why he put the gun there. Because, like, if you watch Sons of Anarchy, remember Juice? He was being threatened by what's his name? The guy, the white guy. Who's the white guy? The FBI agent.
Potter.
Yeah, Potter.
Potter.
Remember, he was threatened in Sons of Anarchy with his file of him being Puerto Rican and not like full white. He was like, oh, well, if you don't do this for me, I'm going to let your brothers know that you're not full white. And then they would pretty much kill him, for lying to them. So this is the same aspect of like, oh, like you're gay and like the MC is not good with that. So, but I have to be upfront with you. And that's why he gives him the gun. So like, if you're going to do it, just do it. And then you hear the gunshot, but obviously you don't.
I tell you what. With all them other Mayans that are outside their little front door garage,
they're gonna need him.
I wouldn't kill them because you need all the numbers you can.
Yeah, they're gonna need him.
Man.
So, yeah. So sorry for blowing your mind there live, Mark.
Well, yeah, I dude, that.
Well, just
I didn't even think about
just rewatch the scene when he kills the guy that patched over to Mayans. I keep forgetting his name. Watch that scene when he shoots him and he wraps him in the plastic wrap. Watch that scene until the end of the episode, and then you'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Damn.
Just rewatch that.
I am with Mark though that there was a lot of lovey-dovey this whole season, and it could have been like.
Season 3 was probably my least favorite season, and obviously pandemic reasons. I think that they obviously kept shooting, and they, your girl Emily Tosta. Obviously, I think every single scene she was in and every single episode was in the house. So obviously, they probably shot that in like a day or 2-3 days, right?
Yeah, she finally made over to the clubhouse.
Yeah,
finally.
At the very end. F
you, F this place, F you guys.
Yeah, those eyes. She
got what she wanted, though.
That's true.
But I think that season 4 is obviously going to be a lot better. I think my favorite episode, I think, of season 3 was like episode 2 or 3 when they actually were like getting all the kilos from like Mexico, and they were coming under the tunnel, and then the cops show up, and then like the prospect has to fend them off, and and then Coco, and the next episode Coco ends up jacking one or something. So I think like episode 2, 3, 4, but then 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, they got too lovey-dovey, man. Easy.
Yeah, the whole second half of the season was like, and then he wants to leave. Obviously he's gonna have to stay because he's about to get bombarded by all these guys. But the episode where they just completely shot that house up with all the other MC, the whole motorcycle club, was like the first couple episodes. That was crazy too. So, yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's bad blood.
Yeah.
There's bad blood.
It's set up good for, despite all that lovey-dovey, it definitely set up for a good next season. And the minute, I don't know if they're like the first quarter of like the season this year is where they actually announced they're already going to have a next season. I knew like kind of no matter how this season goes, they're going to open up a lot of doors that will set up a good next season. So I think for what we missed out. What we missed out on this season, we're gonna get some good next season.
And then don't forget, Potter tells what's her name that their daughter is not dead,
still alive
and well.
Oh, you seen that? Well, Potter, that's one thing that I caught because the chick, she was about to slice her up at the restaurant, the other agent. And the agent gives him the number and says, don't believe nothing he says. Then she shows up at his house. Now Potter's trying to get her to believe something. So who does she believe? The agent, the Potter? Oh, man. She don't know what to do, bro. It's crazy.
Like a little bit of the good feel, the guy who's a little bit more optimistic about this, I think that the daughter's alive. I think she's alive.
The daughter?
The little baby. The baby. I think she's alive.
Angel's son.
Yes. No,
that's a son.
It's a son?
It's a boy.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Well, we're all learning today, baby. We all.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
right.
Right.
Angel has another one on the way too.
That's right. He's got another one on the way with nails. With nails.
Yeah, with nails.
What's that other guy? You made me really happy today.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's definitely in the friend zone. That simp.
Yeah, he friend zoned himself. Mama, hey mom, do you think I can invite Nails over for dinner tonight?
Nails? What kind of name is Nails?
Nails? Who's Nails? Hey Nails, you want to come to dinner? You made me real happy right now. my wife was like, that dude's a weirdo.
Yeah. But great conversation on not only comic books but TV streaming and what we've seen from the Mayans.
Next day on Hulu. That's what they say.
That's right. right, because Fox and Hulu, that's right. But
Yeah.
that's it for the sports and comics. That's it for the Comic Bookies podcast, episode 114. Fellas, a great time, good episode. Take us away, guys.
Episode 114, definitely fun. As Mike said earlier, Memorial Day weekend coming up is going to be very special, I think, for a lot of families. It should be special for everybody because it is a privilege. All of the things that we're able to have, all of the rights we're able to have. So definitely salute all veterans and active soldiers, and go as far as saluting all first responders because it is a crazy world that we're living in. Prayers for all the families that were affected by the VTA shooting in San Jose, California today as well. Very, very sad. This gun violence is ridiculous. Hopefully we can bring some peace from the Comic Bookies podcast for you guys, just listen to us. And again, it's nothing but good vibes and good energy sending from us to all your families. Definitely check us out. You guys know the social medias. You guys know the live on YouTube, live on Twitch. And to what Mike said, next week you're going to get one more episode 115, and then you're going to get a whole fun Sunday at the Comic Bookies at Sonoma, watching a beautiful NASCAR race. Finally, this is probably like our first live event, I would say, since the pandemic, first sporting event, so I'm super excited. But to the fans, love you guys. Thank you as always.
That's right, Sean. Thank you for that. That's right. And like I said earlier, veterans, everybody that served, this is big. It's we like here as Americans, we like to basically show it as being the kickoff to summer, with Labor Day kind of ending summer. So I've always kind of enjoyed Memorial Day a little bit more than Labor Day, even though they kind of have somewhat the same meaning and they both have the same intentions. And it's giving love to our veterans and people who have served in our militaries and whatnot. So thank you. The Comic Bookies podcast. Thanks, you guys. And make sure you check out all these great publishers and books right now. Like, I'm looking at my stack right now, guys. I mean, Aftershock. We got AWA, DC, Marvel, Image. I mean, I think I almost got something from every damn publisher this week. So, guys, get out there. Stop that speculation. If you guys think that comics are for kids, they are not. There's a bunch of rated R NC-17 comics. Mr. Remender and the Scumbag will let you know about that. But make sure you guys check it out. Check out your sports. Check out these playoffs that are going on. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us on 114. Sean, Mike, brothers, it was great. Let's take it away. And thank you guys.
The sponsor is Treasure Island Comics in Fremont, California. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Comic Bookies. Email us at comicbookies@gmail.com. YouTube and Twitter, The Comic Bookies. Search us, subscribe, and follow. But thank you so much. Thank you to all the first responders, the active service duty members, and also the people who have given their lives in all of these wars, currently and in the past, for this Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy the sports, enjoy the comics, and enjoy each other. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. See y'all next week.
Peace. And always enjoy each other. And don't forget to always enjoy that veteran and service member in your family. Thank them and thank each other for living in the world's greatest country that's ever been known to man. Thank you, guys. America, we love you. And yes, we love you guys all over the world. Thank you, all our fans in every continent except Antarctica. This is the Comic Bookies podcast, baby. Let's go.
Peace. So you just cut it right there. Yeah.